Hey everybody, Gary with Basecamp Trading. Let's take a look at a setup we had in gold this morning. You can see that coming into the US session, gold was actually trending lower. And then we made this little bounce and pulled back down. And then right in here is when we were getting the ghost pit open in gold. And now there's no more open outcry pits anymore, but the ghost pit hours volume does tend to increase, and often you'll get a move off of the ghost pit opens in the different markets. And the ghost pit open turned price to the upside and triggered this trend reversal breakout. Now you see we're making lower highs, lower lows. We put in this pivot right here. It's not a higher pivot high. The previous pivot high was back here, but it's a pivot. And then we put in a higher pivot low right here. And then off the ghost pit, we triggered the trend reversal breakout from a higher low now onto a higher high. Typically on these, we're a little cautious about taking them while price is still in the cloud. Now when this triggered right here, price was above the smooth 50, but it was in the cloud. But what made this attractive was a couple things. One, it was off of the ghost pit open. We know that the ghost pit open will bring in additional volume and price can make a move off of that. The other thing is our trend on momentum, our momentum trend was actually confirming this. See how we were making a higher high and a higher low on our momentum trend, and then right here momentum was positive as we were triggering the trend reversal breakout. Same thing on our VSI indicator. We were making a higher high, a higher low, and then breaking above the 50 as we were triggering our trend reversal breakout. So we had the confirmation off the ghost pit open. We had momentum trend confirming. So this is a trade worth taking a bet on. It's not the perfect setup because, again, we don't like to take things in the cloud. But under these particular circumstances, this wasn't a bad trade to take. That trend reversal breakout triggered in above 1894.50. Our initial target was up here at 1897.90, and you can see we went up there. So we were able to lock in $340 per contract on the initial move. Now we got extended on the 30-minute chart at this point. You can see right here on this bar right there, we were hitting significantly overvalued. So we had gotten extended on our 30-minute chart when we hit our first target. And so we kind of chopped around and consolidated, which is what we often do. We get extended on the 30-minute chart. Usually what we look for are one of three things. We look for a pullback, we look for consolidation, or we look for a reversal. Very often what you'll get is a pullback and then consolidation like we got right here. And we kind of chop sideways. And then we got a nice momentum reset right here. See how we had gotten extended on momentum when we made this initial move to the upside. We were above the 25 lines. So we had gotten extended on momentum and we pulled back. We got a nice momentum reset. This is arrow right here is indicating the fast line zero touch, which is the fast line on MQ momentum had pulled back near the zero line. So now we have room for momentum to accelerate our trade in the direction we want to go. So we had our wick off the 34 right there with a fast line zero touch that triggered in at 1898.50. Our initial target was up here at 1901.70, which ended up being to the tick. The high 1901.70 ended up being our high of the day so far anyways. And we usually look to take profits a tick or two below that upside target. And so we were able to lock in. Again, we triggered in at 1898.40, and we were able to lock in another $300 per contract on that move to the upside. Again, that ended up being the high, and gold ended up making a pretty sharp move back the other way. Actually gave us a wick out of or wick off the 18 trade to the downside for one $200 target as well. But nice trend reversal breakout off of the pit open in gold.